The year was 1960, and Mazda, having been known for making three-wheeled little trucks, has just released its very first car, and this is the 1960 Mazda R360. The real car had a two-cylinder, two-stroke engine in it, which was air-cooled, and the little two-seater was popular back in its day, but it was a bit limited due to the fact that only two people could be in it. This little 1/32nd scale model kit is an Owner's Club edition from ARII, which is a Japanese model company. As we open up the lid on our box, we can see this very beautiful instruction sheet, which on one side has all the cars from the Owner's Club on it, which are quite a lot actually. Love this little map. And on the other side of it, we have the instructions, which we'll take a look at in a minute. And here we have a little tiny body here. You can see how small this is. Nice little bag with all the components, including the clear parts. Here we have the bag that contains the decal sheet and the tires, which is a really bad idea, actually. And then we have a little caution thing to read. Make sure to read instructions listed below before assembly. Adult supervision should also read instructions. Adult supervisor should also read instructions when assembled by children aged 12 or younger. And then it goes into all the things you need to know. And it has it on Japanese in the back. Our Mazda instruction sheet is quite straightforward. Here we have a decal location chart showing the front, rear, and side of the car. The instructions are sort of mixed Japanese and English, so it is a little bit interesting to read through. So over here we have a parts count and a list of everything that we need in order to make the kit. And there is a section that says for Japanese use only, but then it's all written in Japanese, so I'm not quite sure what it is actually saying. Now if I just slide the instructions up a little bit, you can see the simplistic construction here. So basically we have this little loop which goes up in here. It almost looks like it could have had an electric motor in there. I'm not exactly sure. But at any rate, we've got a metal axle, we've got our wheel, and then our tire, which goes through that loop. And up front, it's just the axle, the wheel, and the tires. Over here we have the interior, which includes a rear seat, a front bucket seat, a center console, a shift lever, and separate side door panels, which is really quite interesting. This little tiny car actually has a back seat. Now down here we have our steering wheel, and this is some paint callouts. We also have the dashboard, and then the door panels. Down here we can see our steering wheel going into the dashboard. Got the body upside down. Let's just move that up a bit. Body upside down, the glass gets dropped in. It actually has sun visors molded in, as well as a rear view mirror, which we add. And then out back, we've got our two tail lights. We've got our little license plate and the light and handle that go on the trunk lid, which would actually, I think, be the hood in this case, because it is a two-cylinder, two-stroke motorcycle type of engine. Then here our body goes onto the completed chassis. We have windshield wipers, a rear view mirror, headlights, and parking lights. So overall, this looks like a little fun build. It should basically take about a day to complete. And for those building in the small scale group build, this model kit might be just for you. So in a Monster Hobbies First, we actually have all the components of this model kit in one frame. So here we have the chassis and underpan. We've got the body, we've got our tires, the decal sheet, as well as the entire parts tree right here. So let's just move some of this out of the way and take a look at what we've got. We'll start with the parts tree. So here we've got our steering wheel, our wheels, as well as the windshield wipers, the license plate, the rear view mirror, that little back parking light, gas filler cap, whatever it is. We also have our rear view mirror and our stick shift. And then we've got our interior panels. It's got this nice little map pocket down here, as well as a window crank. That could possibly be, nope, that would be your lever to open the door, and that would be your window crank away at the bottom, which is really interesting. Also have these two rods. That would be your axle, plastic axle on here. We have the back bench seat as well as the buckets and that little center console, and then the loop with a bit of flash on there, and our dashboard. And this is right-hand drive, as you can see. It's just simple speedometer on there, and a heater down below, and possibly the glove box door, and a little handle to grab for the passenger to get in. Overall, the detail on here is quite nice. Some mold marks, but they're all on the back or bottom of seats, backs of dashboards, that sort of thing, so that's ideally where we want them. No mold marks on the rear view mirror or the license plate. You can add a little bit of Molotow chrome pen in here and here, get some chrome on there. Overall though, this looks really nice for the tiny parts that it is. So let's take a look at our chassis here. Nice pan detail on there. Big box in the back. This is where I think maybe a motor was in there. I've seen some people turn these into slot cars, believe it or not, for how short this is. It's pretty interesting. Got a little bulkhead right here up on the front, and then that's where the loop would slot in, and your axle going in through here. But yeah, you could see that there might have been a motor or something, electric motor. Japanese like putting in these little electric motors, making their models into both a toy and a model. The body is really nice. Proportions look great. There's the trunk in the front, and the hood in the back. You can see the vents there for getting that air-cooled engine to cool down. A little bit of flash around the edges. Overall, not bad. Just like how cute this is. A little airplane cockpit sort of thing up here. I do believe Mazda made airplanes in World War II, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. A couple of mold marks, but they're not like up in the roof or anything where it's going to impede anywhere. You might still want to sand these down a bit. Your number 16 hobby blade should fit in there, just to make it nice and smooth in case anything shows up, you know, for fit and finish with the glass. Oh, I forgot. There is one more piece. It's the glass itself. This really fits in nice with the pan. Goes into these little... It's got pins which go into the holes in the back, so it makes it nice. Let's see. Oh, here's the glass here. So there we've got our little dome, and even though it showed the sun visors, they're not really molded up in here like it was in the instructions. But I don't know if that's a problem for anybody. Now, the taillights you'll have to paint with transparent red. There's little parking lights. They're small, so be careful when you clip them out. Headlights are interesting. They're actually a teardrop shape, which is really neat. And I think they will go in a specific way, so you don't have to really worry about north, south, east, and west on this thing. But, you know, it's always good to make sure that that's the way they're going. So take a look at the little tires. These are generic. There's no Yokohama printed on the side or anything like that. But it does have nice tread pattern in there. You can see that. And the little side details. And then that brings us to our decal sheet. So we got some interesting things. A little red number 15. And there's some chrome Mazda decals in here, as well as the name and the R360 coupe. And we also have these little Connie shock absorber decals. This looks like a detail for the dashboard. Looks like the speedometer and the odometer down below. And then we have a little R360 license plate, and then this little tiny white dot with a little chrome in the center. Overall, the decal sheet looks really nice, and it looks like it would be quite the cool model to build. I hope you enjoyed our look at the 1960 Mazda R360 by ARII in 1/32 scale. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoy this type of content. I have a ton of videos on this YouTube channel, model kit unboxings of all different scales, as well as builds and tips and techniques, and even some group builds that I'm into. We are doing the Canada Strong group build currently as of early 2026. So I hope all of you can check that one out. It's a really cool build. You get to build some Canadian cars, add Canadian license plates, and basically have a good time at our group build. So if you like those kind of things, don't worry. There'll be tons of videos with that in the future. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, everybody, happy model building, and we'll see you in the next video.